Ha, paper, yeah. Yo, so what's good? I'm back. I'm streaming. Gonna get this going again. So, doing a stream on about everyday struggle and Wale vs DJ Akademiks on Complex. Yes, it was very good. I like the show. I like the show in general. I've been watching it before. I say that everybody on this episode takes an L. I think everybody takes an L. Ha, paper, yeah. I don't know if I said that, by the way. I think everybody takes an L. But, and I'm going to tell y'all why. But I'm going to start off by saying this. I am a big Wale fan. I like Wale. I listen to his music all the time. One of my favorite rappers. I've gotten all his albums, so I feel like I can, actually accurately speak on this, and I'm not being a Wale hater or not being a Wale super fan. I feel like I can be objective. I also like DJ Akademiks, and this is new for him. This is new for everybody. So I say this. First off, I'm gonna give Joe Budden an L because he couldn't talk. The first 10 minutes of the thing, he couldn't talk. Joe Budden, who's also on it, he couldn't talk. Because they were talking Akademiks and Wale, which was good. But Joe Budden, in that space, you can step in and be a moderator or ask some questions, shoot some questions in and do stuff like that. So I felt like that was an L. And he kind of just took he took Wale's side the whole time. Joe Budden did, and didn't really back up Akademiks that much, so it just comes across weird. I feel like Wale takes an L. Because, he didn't really get a chance to share his, he didn't get to share his actual feelings. I don't feel like he really said much in the interview. It was long, but he didn't say much, and he didn't really answer any of the questions, in my opinion. A lot of times he kind of, I don't want to say danced around them, but, kind of asked other questions or, did his own thing when he was asked a question. He didn't provide a lot of insight. He took a lot of personal attacks at Akademiks, which was cool, but it doesn't help prove your point. He said some stuff about and one of the first things he said was, hey, in high school, I was the cool guy. I played football and I got girls and found time to write poetry on the side. Like, you wouldn't be able to talk to us. You wouldn't be able to hang out with us. That doesn't necessarily make you not corny. When you say something that doesn't make you less corny. In fact, that kind of makes you seem kind of corny, some people would say. So that's my thing about that. And I like Wale. I just think that sometimes he comes across, stuff like that makes him come across weird, Even the stuff he says, because of how his face is, right? He has a certain type of face that people call it RBF, or resting B-word face. That he's actually a nice guy. I've met Wale, one of the nicest people in the world. Really, I'm not just saying that. He was cool. He's very popular in DC, like Elvis, and had time to stop, talk, we chatted. He's a nice guy. I respect him for that. But that doesn't come across when he's in the interview. He kind of looks mean and nasty. And even when he's just chilling, people would assume he's being arrogant or mad, because maybe that's just a popular stereotype with people that look like him or whatever. So, so I thought he could have, came stronger with that. And he's been doing a press run, a lot of interviews, so it's confusing why he couldn't really drive his point home. He didn't help the situation, I would say, as far as making himself seem less corny or saying why he's not or saying why it's. He tried to say it was Akademiks' fault. Like, he didn't even really blame the industry as much as did Akademiks. So that was kind of confusing, and he has good music. The thing is, Wale is not whack, and his music isn't bad. He has good music. He's very talented, and he's been around for a while now. I think his fans have just gotten older. Some of his biggest fans have gotten older, and they're not as vocal. So obviously, they're not going to be as loud as the people who's new people fans who are like, who helped to make Snapchat and Instagram and all this stuff pop off. So they're talking about other artists. But Wale is still in there. He just has to do stuff with those artists and stay in the mix, and because he can hold his own, and he's so versatile. He can make the club record. He can make a song for, the ladies. He can make a hip hop, boom bap Kendrick Lamar type song. He just has to do it, and I think he should just put out more stuff, and people would stop seeing him as a whatever that they're seeing him as, but I'm a Wale fan. I like Wale. I thought Akademiks, he takes an L because he couldn't really, this was his chance to be like a Charlemagne or really, get into his guest and ask some good questions, maybe push him over the edge, Wale, somebody who's, kind of emotional, he could have did that. And he was talking a lot of stuff about him on his Twitch stream. Some of y'all might have seen that before. And then when he gets there, he didn't really drive that home. He asked some questions, but he wasn't as forceful as he could have been. And when you have the cameras on, you have a chance to make that moment and ask some hard questions, because this is the second artist we've ever seen Wale face in the first. I mean, not Wale, Akademiks face. This is the second artist we've ever seen him face. And he talks smack about a lot of artists. But, Wale said it. Up to this point, we've only seen his face. I mean, up to this point, we haven't seen Akademiks' face. So this was his chance to actually make his claim and, talk back and be, a force. And he kind of shied down. But he has a chance to be a Charlemagne. Like, if he, in this situation, was the perfect situation, Wale, somebody would have gave him that moment, Wale would have gave him that moment. Wale is like a Kanye, honestly. He's like a Kanye. He just doesn't have the. He's just not as popular. But as far as his artistry, he's like a Kanye. Like, he's dope. But the thing is, Kanye was so popular, he could do what he did and people not like him and his fans still ride for him. And Wale, if people don't like him, that really affects him as far as sales and all of that. Like, I feel like he should joke around and be just more funny so he can be more likable in his music to people. That's just a personal thought. So yeah, but all in all, I thought it could have been a lot better, That was a setup for something to be great. It could have been a lot better. Wale said his album didn't flop, which, I don't know about that. I mean, the thing is, I don't think it flopped, honestly. Like, some of the best artists out right now, the hottest artists, their albums do less than that did. They said his did 28,000 or something in a week. Some of the hottest artists do way less than that. Young Thug or something might do 16,000. Everybody, but everyone's talking about him, and it doesn't matter. And the fact that he puts out a lot of music, it just adds to it. So I feel like Wale should do that. He should put out more stuff, and people wouldn't even be able to say those type of things or have, it's just so much going on. But the fact that he waits kind of to put out an album, or it's just so much time between projects that it's kind of like different, But yeah, I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's one of the dopest artists that we got out right now. And it'll be interesting to see where things go after this. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Yeah, I'm not an expert. I just am a fan, So y'all let me know. I just put out some new music on PaperboyPrince.com. You can check that out. Y'all let me know what you think, man. I'm going to do more streams. Holla at me. It's your boy, Paperboy Prince of the Suburbs. One love. Ha, paper, yeah.